Heyo! My name is Sarah, and today I will be doing a book review on a very lethal book. It is Ruined! There we go, by Amy Tintera. And all I have to say is, she gets right down to the point. So, non-spoilers. This is like a mega fantasy book, completely different world, has many kingdoms, and one kingdom that I call it in my mind Ruina, has people called Ruined. So people with special powers. And the main character, Em, short for Emelina, is one of their princesses. Only problem is, she's not a Ruined. And it basically gets off to the point where she kills someone, pretends to be them to marry a prince from a neighboring country that's trying to kill all of her people in order to save her sister. So it's like, yeah, game plan. Only problem is, we are constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. I give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It basically, bang, gets right into the action on chapter 1. We also get a point of view from the person who she marries, Cass, short for Cassian, and he's like the character that we can all sympathize with and stuff, and he has ideas of his own, but his father is all like, we must kill all of the Ruined. And for Em, she and her friends, along with some soldiers from a neighboring country called also, work together to not only take over Cass's kingdom, but also to rescue Em's younger sister, Olivia, who, because she has Ruined abilities, is the rightful queen of Ruina. So it's like my heart was pounding every second of this book. I was squealing. I was clutching my chest. I was like, please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. That was how good this book was. I swear. I grew attached to some characters and they died. There's some characters I hate so much and they died. Yay! Even though it wasn't enough to be put on my I will kill you for free list, but beggars can't be choosers, and it leaves off on the most ultimate cliffhanger, and I was like, no, we cannot leave it like that, people. We cannot leave it like that, or we are screwed. We are ultimately screwed. So yeah, this book, it just had me going, I need to take a break, because that's how it got me going. This is a great book, 5 out of 5 stars, as I said, and you like fantasy, action, magic, in a way. This is definitely the book. I think it might be a trilogy. I just know that the next book, Avenged, is getting ready to come out this year. And the way how it left off on this cliffhanger, it literally left off on a single sentence, and I was like, can I get the next book now? Because I swear, Olivia, her Em's sister, Ukukui. Oh my god. Okay, that's all I'm going to say for non-spoilers. So for those of you who have not read it, bye! Okay, so apparently, for spoilers, the cover right here, the circle and the sword, they are Ruina's sigil. So it's, if you go into battle and you see the flag, that's going to be their symbol. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. The one thing that gave me a little got me a little confused was the places, the countries. So we got Lyra, which is Cass's home. We got Ruina, which is Em's home. Then we got the other ones, Valos, where the woman who Em kills, Princess Mary, lives. And then we have also, who is home of the warriors of Iria. We get to meet her later on in the book. I wish they had like a map at the beginning, like how they would do for the Inheritance series, or the ACOTAR and Throne of Glass series, or those kind of books that provide maps in the beginning. But beggars can't be choosers. So like I said, first chapter, Em with her friends Aaron and Damien, they kill Mary. Like, right then and there, they use their abilities minus M, and like, bam, 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 Mary, bam! They dead. So yeah, and Anne pretends to be Mary so she can marry Cass, who is the Prince of Lyra, and whose daddy is trying to exterminate all of the Ruined. So the Ruined, okay, they have powers. I think it's like a telekinetic elemental ability because Aaron, he can control things with his mind as long as he has visual sight. And Damien, the only time we got to see him use his Ruined ability was like when all the wind was going crazy and stuff, like a hurricane. So yeah, I think it's like a telepathic elemental ability, and you can tell that they're Ruined because they have these cool tattoos running all over their bodies, and the more they have, it basically grows on itself. The more they have, the stronger they are. But poor Aaron, before the book, there was an invasion of Ruina. M's mama was killed. Mary killed M's dad and took his head and left it for her to find. And then the king of Lyra took Olivia, and we have not seen her for a year. So yeah, during that time, Damien was with M and Aaron. He had like sphere burning, so all of his marks are gone. But it works for him because they managed to sneak into the castle. So yeah, Cassian. He reminds me of Romeo from the anime Romeo X Juliet. He's very outgoing. He has a good friend, Gallo, who is part of the guards. He likes to go out into the town in disguise and be with the people. And when he was thinking of Mary before even meeting her, he's like, we probably won't like each other. It's only a political marriage. And Gal's like, well, we need to see what she looks like. Because, if she's pretty, then don't even go there. It's like, oh, you know what I'm talking about, Your Majesty. He's a good friend. Gal's a good friend. So Mary because in the whole book, Cass calls her Mary, but M marries Cass. And they're like, let's try to get away from the wedding night. But it's like, Lyra, I do not like this country at all. For the royals, before the actual marriage, they have to have like a duel just to see how strong they are. It's like these people are obnoxious and arrogant. One, they make M pick someone to fight just to prove her strength, and she picks Jovita, who is Cass's cousin and second to the throne. I really hate her. She might be a good person, but she has the same thinking as the king and the queen on the Ruined and everything else, and she thinks she's above everyone. I was like, she's like a mini them. I don't want her as queen. So they have that. Apparently, the queen used to be part of the kingdom also until she defected and turned traitor and married the king by giving them information and all that stuff. And when the warriors from the country were there to discuss peace treaties and all that stuff, the stuff that the king pushed aside for 5 years, they made them wait close to half an hour during the meetings just to show up like, oh, now let us begin. I would have been like, you catch me waiting. So yeah, they're obnoxious and arrogant. And I'm just going to skip to this one and say they both die. Okay, the king gets a sword through the heart. But the queen, I hated her so much. She was treating Cass like he was a child and he needed to be talked quietly and like, oh, don't worry, sweet, I have it under control. She got taken out original style. Olivia, she's not around. Olivia, she pushed the queen's chest and you heard all these bones crunching and and the queen's like, and then all of a sudden, the heart goes out. And Olivia's hand. Hello. The queen got taken out original style, so hey, I'm happy about that. I'm happy she suffered on that one. So yes, we find out that Olivia is at Fort Victoria, which is like the major fort and where the royal family would go to hide. And during that time, Aaron, they're talking with Iria, I believe it's Iria, who's also there telling her about the King Lucio of also and how they're trying to get the Ruined over and joining the army to take over Lyra, while at the same time Emma's trying to figure out where they're keeping Olivia. And it's like, she's trying to keep away from Cass, and he's trying to keep away from her, but then they just somehow keep crossing paths. Like, during their wedding, she saved him from being assassinated. And then they spar together, and then he helps sneak her out of the castle just to have, walk on the beach. And it's like, oh, he's kind of... Yeah, she did fall for him, the castle, falling in love, but it was kind of difficult considering that Cass's mama, for a surprise, them all thinking she's married, was trying to find a portrait of her and her family, bring something over and stuff. Well, two people that we got to know just a bit, with the second one, cameo, die. Yes, die. This woman's like Sarah J. Maas. She killed someone. I had a connection. I was like, don't kill him. All the trio need to live. No. Damien gets captured, and what's the worst about it is that he is leading the Ruined right now. They don't believe that Em can do it because she doesn't have any Ruined abilities. They believe Olivia is our one and only queen. You, because you don't have any powers, cannot be our queen. Oh, these people. Em came up with this plan to rescue Olivia. Em worked out a deal with the King of Ulso to rescue Olivia. Em killed Mary and took up her identity to rescue Olivia. And at the end, when some of the Ruined find out, they don't believe her, and yet Em rescues Olivia. Help people. You don't need a special power to be a ruler, okay? I will keep ranting about that, so I need to change the situation. So yes, Damien gets captured, and King wanted to torture him, but Cass, he's actually starting to become his own person. He's challenging his father there in that meetings. He talks with Damien, he gets to know more about him, and he actually tries to save him because he's saying he's not guilty of anything besides being ruined, and that's not a good enough opinion to be executed. He actually tries to help Damien. Just at the end, the king has him executed. Ew. Damien. Yeah, the M saw that. Iria saw that. Aaron saw that, which was terrible because he's just so sad. It's like, the king deserves to die, but he deserved a little bit more pain, except for the sword through the heart. At least the queen got it. I'm so happy about that. So they get the portrait. They found out Em is not married, and they gotta make a run for it. And Cass, feeling betrayed, is just all confused and stuff. He's like a girl not knowing about his emotions. Either way, the castle gets attacked. The king dies, and Cass gets captured. But the soldiers don't know it's him, and they all basically meet back again at Fort Victoria, after Cass, switches clothes, has the staff help him escape, and he runs into Em, who's been on the run for 2 days with Aaron, Iria, and some of the other Ulsa soldiers. So yeah, that was intense, considering that they still wanted to kill him, even though she said, we can use them to trade for Olivia. I would think that would be a smart idea. Hello, two valuable people might want to trade and then, get the hell out of Dodge. But no, they're like, we were supposed to kill all of the royal family. Sometimes soldiers need to think on their own. Iria, she does a good job on that because she's still on M's side, considering they kind of grew up together and she knows what she can do. So we're stuck with Romeo and Juliet, Cass and M. I really hope they don't die at the end of this series, because that'd be terrible, considering what might happen in the next book. So they actually redo their relationship. I can't think of the word right now. And they know that after they rescue Olivia, they won't be able to see each other again. But considering right now Cass is the current king, he might be able to help. We just need to take out Jovita. And so they do find Olivia. Cass's mama figures out that, "Oh, that girl, she whispered all these evil things into you. Don't worry, my son. You stay in this cell next to Olivia while we take care of these ruined and also warriors. And, you're maybe the king." And he looks at Jovita, and hello, she might be the suitable heir or whatever. But eventually, Em rescues Olivia. She's not around, is she? Because she scares me. She scares the crap out of me. She reminds me of a scene from Sabrina the Teenage Witch from my reaction when Salem saw the creepy doll next to him and he was like, Sabrina. I was like that. I was like, help, put her back. That girl is cuckoo. She is cuckoo. We get some flashbacks, a couple of flashbacks with Em and her mama and with Olivia. And when they had Lyra spy, her mother was like, "Olivia, are you ready? Have you been practicing?" "Oh yes, mother. I've been practicing all day and yesterday and every other day how to kill people with her ruined power." And she has more, ruined markings, and she says she knows how to unleash more of her power. And she has this habit of saying, "I want to rip their spine through their mouth." Can we put her back where we found her? Please, Purdy, please, because she tosses Gallo aside even though Em says he's there to help. And she wants to use her power on the other soldiers. "I want to kill them, please. I want to kill them." Thank you for what you did for the Queen, but what she did to Gallo and what she was about to do with Cass, can we please put her back? I feel more secure. I feel better if Em became the next ruler of Ruina, because Olivia did have a right to kill the Queen because the Queen did stab Em at the end and everything. We think she's gonna die, but no, apparently Olivia has some healing abilities as well. But at the end of the book, with the major cliffhanger, this is what Olivia said. "Don't cry, Em. They will fear us soon enough." She's gonna be worse than her mama. The Queen of Ruina was like the most feared woman of all. This chick, she's gonna be twice as bad as her mama. Em's parents had some type of balance. Her father was silent and understanding. He listened to his wife, and he was like the one that kept her slightly under control. While the mother, she was strong in a way. She cared for her daughters. She did want to teach Em how to become a better soldier, an extractor of information, torture, and become the closest advisor to her sister. What Klaus on the originals would say. I'm making a lot of references to that, but what Klaus Michelson would say was always and forever. So the sisters, they have that bond, and will do whatever it takes to take care of her sister, and Olivia cares for Em as well as to ripping out the Queen's heart and begin to heal her and not kill Cass. So yeah, that's a lot of originals right there. So yeah, that was Ruined. Begin off with a murder, end with a maybe tyrannical future queen claiming that they shall fear us all. I don't know if I want to be a Ruined. I might be born from Ruina, but I don't know if I want to have an ability. I might still want to go with, you have claws, I have a baseball bat. But 5 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it. It got me going from the first chapter. I was like, what happens next? To where I was like, please don't happen. To where my baby Damien dies. A character that we just barely met named Nick, who was funny, and he kept asking people when they saw Em, seriously, what is she wearing? Dies from like a gas attack that weakens the ruin and somewhat kills them. And both of the king and queen are dead for Lyra. So Cass, either lock up your cousin or take her out because she is a threat. And let's hope Em gets full control over Olivia so we can discuss, peace terms with the country of Lyra and Ruina. So yes, Ruined by Amy Tintera. 5 out of 5 stars. Next book, I believe, is called Avenged, coming out this year. Let's see what the Royals do and see how much further original we get. Sorry, I'm just thinking of all of the originals right now. The Heart, the Saying. What else can they do? But yeah, please don't kill off any more characters. I like Aaron, I like Am, I like Cass, I like Gallo. Please kill off Jovita. Okay, so 5 out of 5 stars. Avenged, Amy Tintero. My name is Sarah, and bye!